What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changer Podcast. It's your boy Known G. I'm in here with Nick Madden from Nick Madden TV and Mayor
What
Socrates.
up? What up?
Tonight, we about to be getting into the big news of Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and his pops officially officially being named as Robin Gucci Man in Dallas for Pooh Shiesty to get out of this 1017 deal. It was a rumor for the last few months, but the DOJ just broke today the breaking news that it was an official robbery. It did happen, and the internet buzzing. So let's get into that footage.
Eight of the nine were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon.
That's crazy. So,
Yeah.
but who? I mean, they said 8 out of 9. How many motherfuckers was in that studio? God dang! And how many people does it take to rob one guy? Like,
You know,
Gucci Mane pumps that much fear in y'all hearts. All that.
yeah. I mean, I can't be.
Y'all be
That was the
talking y'all rap.
intimidation factor there. So a lot of people there was the intimidation factor.
Yeah,
For
and
'em.
I can't be too mad at them coming with at least 10 guys in the sense of Gucci's history. Gucci isn't a small guy. He about 6'4", probably. He then slimmed up, so he probably at that 225, 220 range, you know. So he ain't a small dude. So, you know, for them to have him at gunpoint allegedly with the AK to get him out of the deal, they needed they needed some muscle up in there. You know what I'm saying? So they,
I
they
want to say history. Accident. He accidentally killed somebody. I mean, unalived somebody. My bad.
yeah. But
So
you still gotta I mean if
you
there was
gotta
just
respect it. I get it.
if it was just like Pooh Shiesty, you know, in Big 30, it wouldn't have worked. They would have had to have, you know, that fire on him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like they needed to make sure that he signed that paperwork. So I
Yeah, but
understand why
from the
they
story, he
can't.
did. But my thing is this. No, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. But my thing is this. So you go in there and you hold them at gunpoint to get you out of your contract. All right, he signs that. Like these guys out here thinking that they on in a TV show or a movie or something to where when you can do some stuff and the police never show up. Like what was
Man,
y'all thinking?
yeah, I'm glad you said that. Production run the other clip of the DOJ just to make the point of what you just said. They think they're just invincible. They kind of
Yeah.
break it down a little bit more in that.
Establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least 2 of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. Document outline.
Come on,
they got all this
Dumbest criminals ever, bro. So you got an anchor monitor on, and you going in here and doing some foul shit to begin with an anchor monitor on, like you ain't being tracked. So now, not only have you violated that by leaving the state, and now you're gonna add another charge to it because you're a felon with a gun. So there you is with that charge. Then there's a strong arm robbery.
Yeah.
Like what the what
Renting
are these
cars,
so called?
renting vehicles to commit
Yeah.
crimes and tracking
Like that
all
is
that back.
crazy.
Yeah.
Tracking back. Yeah, fingerprints at the scene. Nobody had gloves on. Y'all putting all types of fingerprints all throughout that studio. I mean, look, a laundry list. We just
A
heard it.
laundry list, a laundry list, shopping list. Man, this
Shopping
is
list.
crazy. It's
Like you
Yeah,
want to
crazy.
be out that contract that bad. That man pissed y'all off that bad to where y'all had to go up and do some stupid shit like this. Not only is it stupid, but you left all the evidence for them. Like you led them right to you.
yeah. I mean,
Starting
uh,
with the ankle monitor.
ankle monitor. I mean, we had a conversation a little bit off of the show that I was saying it's like it's a lot of similarities to Dirk case. Now, yes, Dirk wasn't there with the shootings that had happened in L.A. He wasn't a part of that, like physically being there. But they got rental cars too. They tracked their airplanes that they booked to fly to L.A. They went to the rental car service. They saw the cars that they booked. They had, I think they tracked because those cars got trackers on them. All of these, rental car services got trackers on the vehicle. They know where you going, so you just leaving more evidence.
Breadcrumb.
Yeah, breadcrumbs.
Congratulations, y'all did the job for them. But the first thing they'll holler is somebody snitched on us, and when y'all done told it on yourself because what they say, social media posts. So
Yeah,
like you admitting to everything, and then get mad when you get caught talking about somebody snitched on you, but you snitched on yourself. Like, bro, you
yeah,
just got home. You been home for what, 2, 3 months now,
yeah.
and you finna go back. That just makes me think that you missed them guys rubbing on your booty.
Damn, it's sad,
Yeah,
man.
he trying to hurry up and get back to that lockup. Well, put me back in the cell with Bubba. Miss my boyfriend, cause you was making money, bro. You was out here. You came out on top.
Yeah,
You got out and was on top. Was pretty much running the game at that point.
yeah. Me and Nick was talking about it. Like and where Pooh Shiesty from. How Memphis get down
Yeah, ain't too
and
far from me.
right. And he felt like once again it's the same thing with Dirk. They were getting on Dirk saying Dirk ain't gonna spin for Vaughn and all of this. So Dirk fell into feeling like he had to prove his street cred, even though he was out
Hmm.
here making millions of dollars, and
But
he was
no,
heating up.
that's the dumbest shit ever. Like you rich, you making money, man. Fuck them streets. Screw
Man,
my language. Forget them streets, bro. Like you ain't got nothing else to prove. You, I thought the whole goal was to get out of the hood,
yeah,
not stay there mentally and put yourself back in a situation that you shouldn't be in. You got too much money to be going and doing dumb shit, doing stuff like this, bro. Like that's
yeah.
for the life of me, I can't understand it.
Yeah, and that's and I'll second that, my guy. Like that was the same thing with Dirk with Pooh Shiesty. It's like uh Dirk was moving all the way up there, being the face of Chicago, and he had the big song with Cole. He was starting to become more commercial and starting to be able to really hit radio and ask what he wants for shows and get big money. And Pooh Shiesty with Memphis is kind of in a limbo on who was the face. I mean, Glorilla really is almost the biggest artist at
Yeah,
this
she running
time.
shit right now.
Hmm.
And you had Moneybag, but Moneybag didn't really hit as many mainstream hits. And then
True.
obviously Dolph passed, and then Gotti, but Gotti ain't really done nothing. So there was really no super big name. Obviously a lot of underground cats, but there really was nobody that had the face. And before Pooh Shiesty had went in, we already know Back in Blood was such a big song. He had more he him and he had NBA YoungBoy influence. Let's just say the whole
Yeah, true.
Bruh,
Shiesty.
They
since
they are
True.
too busy trying to live the life that they rap about. But you're telling a story. This is stuff that should have happened in your past. So it's okay to tell that story, but to continue to live it is stupid.
yeah, it is. At the
That
end of the
just
day,
shows you mentally you wasn't ready for nothing. Because
yeah,
that doesn't make sense to me, bro. To do the thing, still continue to do things that you're rapping about when you're making money.
yeah.
Like
I
all
mean,
of y'all was eating. It probably you probably felt like Gucci was getting a little bit more than you thought he should have been getting. Okay, so then y'all have a conversation about that, and maybe y'all did, and Gucci was like, "Nah, fuck that. Hey, you did all that time in prison, and I had to pay for lawyers. I was taking care of your family, so that man got to recoup that money that he lost while you was locked up and not making no money, but you
yeah,
still signed to him.
yeah,
So finish your contract and then move on. But the
yeah.
to bro, that
I
shit
don't
crazy.
know, man. Yeah, I mean, it probably could have went like that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's some way all of that stuff probably happened while he was in jail, like you saying. A lot of them fees, Gucci probably paid him, or Gucci probably didn't pay some of them fees or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the money was getting low,
Nah,
and you know, desperate time they probably were calling on Gucci, and Gucci wasn't answering
but
or
I
whatnot.
seen a video when Pooh Shiesty got out and how he was praising Gucci. So he obviously was doing something for him. And
Uh,
you know how it is, man. People get in your ear about how much money this video was doing while you were locked up, man. Your numbers went up, and all he did was pay for a lawyer. Nah, man, you deserve more than that. That's your work, not his. He
true,
ain't. You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
getting in his ear,
Mhm. Yeah,
and then here go Big 30, big dumbass. You you big goofy. Why you ain't do nothing when Shaq? If you felt some type of way about the contract that you had, y'all signed these contracts, bro. Y'all know what y'all getting yourselves into when y'all sign them. So if you felt some type of way about that, why wait until somebody else is willing to do something to jump up? Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
And we see this with we also seen this with Finesse two times. Finesse two times got out. He was looking for some leverage out here, so he went over to Mob Ties, Rap a Lot, and he signed something worse than probably a 720. You know, he probably signed something. He got done around more than once. You know what I'm saying? Twice. And he's streaming now, and he's super viral. And I think it was a smart pivot. But once again, he's still on these streams, even though he's trying to pivot kind of from rap to and change his name up. Uh, he got to sit there and find a way to get out of these bad contracts. And he's complaining about Jay Prince Jr. and how they doing him wrong because he got tied up in a bad contract. And Pooh Shiesty at the time, pretty sure he was an upcoming artist
Desperate times.
looking for a bag off his music, and he signed that 360 with Gucci. And he started blowing up. He got to where he got to. Back in Blood blew up. The Shiesties blew up. Everybody, all the youngins, all the YNs around the country was stealing scats and Hellcats and Shiesties. And his image was like I said, like NBA young boys. He get locked up, he come back, he basically got the motion, but the paperwork, once again, isn't right. It's the music business. So all of y'all youngins that want to run around here and be in the streets and have that image, but then you also want to rap, hey, that's all good. But understand you getting into the music business. Learn how to read, learn how to read contracts. If you start getting some money, get you a lawyer. Be smart about it. Cause you see,
That's the
look at
first
this.
thing to do.
Yeah, cause look at Pooh
hmm
Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty, I'm not saying, but see, the thing is, he probably would have never. I'm not gonna say he never would have, because he is from Memphis. Memphis got hella stars, got hella rappers, got started crunk, started the music that we hear today, trap, everything basically originated up out of there. So when it come to hip hop, so like when it come to down south hip hop, and he had the lane, but the problem is he want to jump into just being street and not reading these contracts. And somebody like Gucci who understand the game because he learned the game from Waka Flocka mom, Deb.
Yup.
She taught him the game about contracts, how to sign people, where you get the publishing, where you get the money. So he basically knew that he was going to finesse Pooh Shiesty. Did he think Pooh Shiesty was going to be who he was? I don't think so. And
Mm-hmm.
Pooh Shiesty probably didn't even know he was going to be who he was going to end up becoming. But this is where the 360 and all this comes into play. Like, hey, if you don't do that paperwork right, that's the way these executives are gonna get you because they learn how to snake you. That's the game of the music business. They're gonna learn how to snake you. They're gonna learn how to take everything from you. They're gonna allow you to have an image, but you might not really be getting paid. And I'm not saying Pushasi wasn't getting paid, but he probably wasn't getting what he wanted because of that deal. And that's why that situation happened in Dallas the way it happened.
But y'all
Well,
remember
look,
this, right?
that's
Go
funny
ahead.
you mentioned. Well, yeah, that's funny you mentioned Snake because according to Pooh Shiesty, he's the biggest snake on the from the track of the FDO. Hey, Pooh Shiesty dropped them bars. Hey, matter of fact, on Nick Man TV, y'all can check out the reaction. But hey, he said he the snakest of the snakes. So hey, you ain't finna snake him and get away with it, as we can see here. You know what I mean?
Y'all
But,
remember Gucci saying this?
On with me. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Soft ass nigga.
And that's the first thing your ass did. Tell the police.
Yeah, because let's be honest. Let's be honest.
They robbing me.
Once you start making millions upon millions of dollars, you driving six-figure cars. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can have all the type of ladies and women you want. You know, you can go and basically have the lifestyle that people dream of. Uh, you no
Shout
longer
out
are
Natasha
about it.
Marie in the comments.
Yeah, shout out to Tasha Marie.
what he
You
do? What
know,
he
and
do?
once you have a certain lifestyle, you don't want to go back to the street. The
Yeah.
street made you
That
rich.
that
The image made you rich. But you ain't trying to go
that
back to the corner
that
store and kick it at the corner store and look behind your back and buy these rules. You ain't trying to do that. They
yeah,
do that.
nah, that damn don't call the police started to look real good when you need them, boy. Shit, 911 ain't number 3 numbers away. That motherfucker picked that phone up as soon as they walked up out that studio. I'm snitching. I'm calling the police. But not only did allegedly, not only did Gucci Man call the police, this here, and he can say what he want to say, but to me, this is straight up snitching.
On camera. I thought I got rid of it. I apparently didn't. So there's that. I tried. I tried, bro. I tried. The
No, you
feds
didn't.
already have all this.
You
They had
sent
it
to
for over a month now. Gucci walk in the damn studio, bro, with his people. To Draco's. Shiesty had one on him. Big 30 had one on him. Only person who really gonna escape from this is the Pops. The Pops did not want none of this to go on. Like this, bro. Gucci look at the dad like, you gonna sign this? Sign the damn papers. And we need that. Wedding ring. Watch. Come up out that. The person who closed the door is Big 30. He got his Draco. That's why they put the warrant out for
why
him.
did you have
It's
to
all
put that
on,
in there?
on camera. So
Why
nothing I'm
did
telling
that
y'all.
matter?
That the feds don't know. A lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, bro, this fan word.
It is.
It really ain't. I tried to say by saying he wasn't there. Gucci, this is all on.
Boy, you snitched. You can say what you want to say. You when they walked out that studio, you and Gucci was in the plotting, boy. Man, listen, we gotta tell. We gotta figure out how to tell without people knowing that we told. How so you supposedly deleted the videos and all that.
Yeah,
Apparently
that's
you
what I was
did.
finna say
Come
too.
on, man. This
He
is
started
your
off
job.
like that.
You've literally been doing this half of your life. How can you make that mistake and not delete it? And then you sitting here like Natasha Marie said, giving detailed information. Big 30 closed the door. Like nobody asked you that. I
Yeah,
tried to say
he
the nigga
dropped him.
say he wasn't there. Okay, so why he ain't in jail with them for lying to a federal agent?
Mm.
Isn't that a crime?
Yep.
Because they know he was there. He had an ankle monitor on.
Yep.
Already.
You gave them the videos. You wanted them to
Real.
be caught. You just sat here and tried to slick drop, name drop. Big 30 closed the door. Gucci walked in the studio to Draco. So that means you was already in the studio with these guys, knowing that Gucci was coming. So you
Yeah.
set them up.
Because who else?
That's what it
I mean,
sounds like
how
to
is this?
me.
Yeah, how is this information even out? Like, it don't make no other sense than that. I mean,
Sounds like a setup to me.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. Pretty
yeah,
much. But was that
And
real?
then how did
Was that the real Gucci or was that the clone? Cause we gotta make sure now. Was that the real or the clone?
shit, I don't know. It don't matter. Either one.
I mean,
He ain't bust nothing.
that maybe why he looked at the singer like it ain't me.
Looking at his daddy like, man, you gonna let this happen? And the daddy sitting there like, shit, I'm just as scared of these niggas than you. What you talking about? I gotta
Say
ride back in
sign
the
that
car with
paper
them. I gotta
and
get
gonna
back in the
sign
car
that
with them.
paper.
Man, just sign the contract, bro. You know they're
But
gonna go
hey,
jail. It's gonna be all
that's
good.
the first time. That's the first time me ever knowing that an artist just goes all the way in for to get his rights
But
released.
bro,
You know
what
what I'm
were they
damn.
saying?
thinking? Like,
Like usually
how
you'll
could you
hear an
not
artist
get
have to
caught?
go up there and bang on the table. They still ain't finna let you free. Hey, Pooh Shiesty know how to get that. Hey, he know how to get his release. He know how to get released.
He just set it up for all the rest of these dummies to
He
fall
messed
in
up.
line and try to do some dumb stuff and end up in the same situation that he in now. Cause like you just got home, you didn't even
True.
do Pooh Shiesty got kids, bro?
I'm pretty
I think
sure he
he
do.
probably do. I think he do.
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
Yeah,
sure
ain't
he
he
do.
you
messed
you
up, man.
you should be happy to be home and spend time with your kids, but instead you're up here violating your probation, parole, or whatever it is by leaving the state with an ankle monitor on and strong on robbing somebody.
And then threatening them,
Then threatening them.
threatening them, but brandishing a weapon, threatening them to get out and you already on parole. It's a wrap.
Like
Yeah,
you
it's a
done.
rap.
You ain't coming home no time soon.
Yeah,
So
it's a
you might
wrap.
well go ahead on and get comfortable. You and your boyfriend in prison might well go and get married now because y'all gonna be together for a long time.
Yeah, it's
Make
a
it legal.
yeah, it's a
And then
That's what you
and
want
now
to get
also
back
like I
to.
said, the other boy. Well, matter of fact, they said there was 9 of them. So it's
yeah.
9 others finna go down for it too. So y'all and threw y'all life
Like
away.
just
So
throwing
now
y'all life away for what, bro? For an image.
Yeah,
That's all y'all throwing it away for an
yeah,
image and a couple of dollars.
but I think Pooh
Cause that's
Shiesty
all
probably
he
get the
got for you.
most
Well, he
time.
ain't got that for you now. So enjoy it while it lasts, cause it's over with. It's over with. And the
Yeah.
one that they don't have a name for, or they looking for, or whatever. Trust me, man. Said it. Know everybody that was in that studio. He got y'all name written down on a piece of paper, ready to hand it to him.
The DOJ already called everybody name out. They called everybody name out, and they got to the last dude, and they said he ain't been caught yet, but they gonna get him.
Yeah, and then how they know all these people name?
Hey,
Shit, said it, and Gucci man was in
tickets,
there pointing them out on camera. Oh yeah, that's him. Yep, that's him. Yeah, that's
the
so right
bus
there.
tickets, and all that. What they say, the bus tickets and all that. The
Like stupid.
for the
If
traveling tickets and everything
if
else
you
they done did.
if you're gonna do something like that, man, why go rent a car? Why not? Y'all got enough money to pay cash for a beater just to get you there. Come on, man. Let's make this shit make sense now. You could have got you a old cash car, drove down there, did what you needed to do, drove back, and nobody been wiser. But
yeah.
no, y'all want to go big and go renting cars and y'all name it. It's like, come on, man. Like to make this shit make sense, bro.
Yeah, they was making none at all. It was just an impulsive decision because he wanna get out that contract. He want to make sure he getting all the money. He ain't trying to be on 1017. Also, his
He
his
ain't gotta worry
family.
about it now.
His family was on 1017 Big Scar, and they didn't like the way that Gucci handled that situation as well. So there was some other animosity there on top of the money and being in that contract. So it was just an impulsive decision that didn't was not thought out. Like I said, like Nick Madden said, man, it could have went one way where uh he could have played it out and went through the contract, and maybe he ends up on the other side and he's good, but he could have ended up getting caught up in that contract and never ever coming out of it, and he just is getting used and abused by that 360 or whatever he ends up signing, and he never really sees the type of money he wants to see. But in my personal opinion, it ain't worth going back to prison for the rest of your life. What was the point of it? You didn't generate. You're not about to generate no money now. Like, you can't generate nothing. Like, and the money you do generate is just gonna go straight to Gucci pockets. The
True.
streams and all this stuff, it's just gonna go to Gucci pockets, and he got the rights to your music, so he could probably go to the studio, download, get all your stuff downloaded to whatever, and he could put out an album with you not even receiving nothing. And I don't know how much you got recorded and all that, but he could probably put it out because he got the legal rights to your music. So,
Mhm.
you
Exactly.
know, so you could be locked up right now with all this buzz and everything. Gucci could be like, well, you know what? I want to put out a Gucci. I'm gonna put out a Pooh Shiesty album. We'll see what it
Or take your
does.
Drop
lyrics.
that gone, drop that
Or
Pooh
take your
Shiesty
lyrics.
mixtape.
Or
Make
he
it
or he might just take your lyrics, baby. All the old stuff he
right.
got, he might take your lyrics and
Take
disrespect them out.
it, it ain't gonna be
And
nothing. Like you said, take his lyrics or put out an album, right? And then what? It ain't gonna be nothing for him to make nothing but AI
Gucci fin
video. He
Gucci
can make
finna drop
eight.
that rap.
He
Tried
can
to
make.
rob me in the studio. He in prison now eating noodles, yo.
so let me ask you
You
this right
know.
here, then. Now, cause this might come back up. Now, Gucci signed the paper for to release him. Would they try to take that back to court due to
But
the fact that
that
it was
contract,
under heavy pressure?
yeah,
Yeah,
that
null and
doesn't mean
void.
anything. Like, yeah, that
It's null and
Gucci
void.
could have signed 10 of them motherfuckers and it wouldn't have mattered because you
Yeah,
Mm,
still under that contract because he was under stress.
yeah.
So man feared for his life. Of course he
yeah.
signed. The man got a family to get back home to. He came to the studio to make music or to do whatever he came there to do with the snitch, City Nash. And he set him up.
Mm.
hmm No, it almost seemed like no coincidence though. You know what I'm saying?
What what did
Uh,
what did Bubba Dove say? Gucci.
And didn't tell nobody but the law.
He ain't tell nobody.
I told y'all, man, people who are paying goddamn taxes and law-abiding citizens, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Post Shiesty, Big 30, come here.
Taking y'all
That
to
shit
jail
dead.
because I'm
Robbing
snitching.
people, trying to goddamn extort. That shit dead.
Oh yeah.
Gucci Man done what he was supposed to do.
And think about it, bro. That's an extortion charge also.
yeah.
Like these boys just sat here and literally threw their life away for a piece of paper. Y'all are done. Cooked. Stick a fork in them. They done. All of them. And for
Yeah.
what? Like, bro, you just got home. Like that, and that's the part that's like really, really getting to me. You literally just got home and you was making money. You came out running. I mean, you got straight out of prison and got back on it. And like you didn't miss a beat.
For real.
So what
Got
was the
right back
point?
on it.
Wait it out. Enjoy your time at home with your kids and your girl and your mom and your family, bro. But now you too busy renting cars and with an anchor monitor on and driving all the way to goddamn Texas instead of waiting until y'all on the same. You signed to them. Y'all gotta have a meeting at some point. Y'all gotta see each other at some point. How did y'all know he was gonna be at that studio? Said it,
Exactly.
Nash.
That got a
Answer that
question
question.
right there.
Said it, Nash. How did they know he was gonna be there? How did they know what time he was coming so they can be there before him?
hmm
Because if it wasn't a setup, they'd have got there after he was already there and bust in. But y'all was already set up in position. So when this man walked in the door, what Big 30 do? Pushed him on in there with that motherfucking, what he called it, Draco. Get on in here and close the door.
Mm-hmm.
And here goes Senior holding the contract. You already know we want Gucci. We just want out. Well, this ain't the way to go about it. Clearly, this was not planned, and it was definitely not thought out. And for your daddy to be at his old ripe ass age to go along with this shows the level of intelligence he has too. But y'all remember what I've always said. If your child, your son, grows up doing the exact same things you did to get by in life, you failed them as a father. Pooh Shiesty Sr., you failed that man as a father. Feel how you want to feel about it. Truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth.
And it hurts. But back to Bubba Dub.
Put the laws in them niggas' lives. What Gucci Man and his team been working behind the scene effortless.
Man. It's a good thing nobody didn't lose no life or nothing like this in this situation. But y'all young men, man, y'all gotta like Noam G said, y'all need to hit them books, man, and start reading y'all contract, knowing what you finna be getting, what type of deal you gonna be signing when you going to these major labels. And if you are popping in your music, man, go ahead and put your money behind yourself and try to really work it though.
The music industry is dead, man. Let that shit go. No, ain't nobody cares anymore. The music industry is dead. All the real rappers are either dead or in jail. And the rest of the shit that's out here now, nobody want to listen to. Ain't nobody listening to none of this shit. I couldn't even name 2 new rappers right now. So, man, listen, stay y'all asses in school, learn a trade. Man, don't go to the military. Cause, don't do that. But, man, like, do something else with your life, man. Like, this music industry is not where it's at. We heard too many horror stories.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure the next motherfucker that's coming up probably got the same idea that the last motherfucker had. Oh, they ain't gonna get me like that. But when they start throwing that money in your face and they start calling out them goddamn numbers, everything changed. Because the first thing, you've been broke all your life. So now all you thinking about is what you can do for your family now. So, man, be smart. Stay in school. Learn a trade.
Yeah.
And be done with it.
Yes,
because all of these guys.
Anything else before we take it out?
No, I think he said all need to be said there. And so I can see we can go ahead and leave it there.
Hey, man, don't y'all forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Choose life.
Peace.
Everybody's